The famous diesel strains. Everybody from my generation knows them, and many people from my generation miss them. I know there are many new strains and Kelly strains here and there, and I love to smoke them, but I don't want to do what everybody's doing when they go to Amsterdam. I want to find the special things. And the last time we found a beautiful coffee shop, which was a jam, coffee shop Chapiteau. I've also read that many people visited the coffee shop and really liked the menu. So today the plan is to look for the diesel. We are going to different kinds of coffee shops, and I don't really care which kind of diesel we find, if it's going to be New York City diesel, red diesel, sour diesel or whatever. I checked some menus online already, so I know that some coffee shops should have the diesel here. But now let's start our walk. The first thing that I want to show you, like always, is also some historical things. And this is one of the oldest buildings in Amsterdam. This used to be the city entrance on the west side here. It's called the Nieuwe Markt, and this building is called the Waag. And the Waag was first used as a gate to enter the city. Once the city expanded, they used it to weigh the goods that came into Amsterdam, because it was very important that Amsterdam maintained its reputation as a trading city, and they wanted to make sure that all the goods that came into the city were registered and nobody could do any shady business. And I want to show you some things on that building, so let's go over there. So the building is originally from the 14th century. I think it was around 1455, but don't nail me on the date. And when it was expanded, they added some things. For example, different kinds of guilds. So let's check out what kind of guilds were located in this building. So here we have the first entrance to one of the guild houses, and this was the guild of the masons, as you can see. There were many more, so let's just walk around the building and check all the different kinds of guilds that were located here. And here we already have the next one. Here we also see the entrance from 1617. So, and this was already a newer part of the building. The building was originally constructed in the 1400s, so this extension was made around 150 years later. Here we have another entrance to a guild house. It says the Atrium Anatomicum. So this could be the guilds for maybe surgeons or doctors. We're gonna find out as well. So it is really impressive if you think about it, that this is already 400 or 500 years ago, where people were meeting here of the same profession to have their lunches or the breakfast before they go to work. I just think it's very impressive. So here we have another one. I think this is the guild of the smith, because you can see here a sword and the key. So this was definitely the guild for metal workers or smiths. If you think about it, how many people have already walked here in different kind of epochs with all the different kind of lives. They were all the main character of the life and were all living their own movie. And I just think it's so impressive to think about it when you are in old historical cities, how many lives have been lived there already. So, and here we have the last one. It is called the Sant Lucas Guild. And as you can see here, this is the oldest gable stone of Amsterdam. You need to imagine that back then there were no street names, so it was pretty difficult to tell somebody a place where you wanted to meet them. And that's why the Amsterdammers came with the invention of the gable stones. So the gable stones were attached to every house. This one here is in Latin, and it's the oldest gable stone of Amsterdam. This stone here is more than 500 years old. And on our way now through the Zeedijk, because we're gonna have to go there, I'm hungry as and I want to show you some very nice butcher that has great sandwiches. So we're entering Chinatown now, and in Chinatown also the street signs are made in Chinese. So the butcher must be somewhere here, but I can't see it right now. I think we will find it soon. Okay, this is the butcher I was talking about. I'm gonna get a sandwich there. It's called Broodje Zeedijk. It's called Sandwich Zeedijk, like the name of the street here. And they say it's a legend in Amsterdam, so we're gonna have to try it. It is a sandwich made with chicken breast fillet, with bacon stripes, but heavily baked bacon. And their famous, oh yeah, some salad. And then their famous Zeedijk sauce.
Mamma mia!
I would say, let's try it and see if it's just as good as the sandwich that we had the last time. I'm looking forward to it. Let's try it. This is okay. This is super good. The chicken fillet tastes so fresh and so juicy and meaty. Together with the bacon, and the sauce is some kind of like curry sauce. It is too good. Okay. I love it. Eating next to the toilet. I can tell you what I'm looking forward the most is to find some proper diesel. So we are walking into the red light district now, because the first coffee shop that we want to visit is coffee shop Goa. Here we have it, the famous red light district. Gonna be honest, almost no hookers these days anymore. OnlyFans definitely makes the better money. And here you can also see, this is one of the oldest parts of Amsterdam, because those houses were directly built on the dike into the water, so that the goods could be unloaded and loaded directly from the houses. So as you can see, all the windows are empty. There are no hookers anymore. Everybody is on OnlyFans these days. Everything is empty. It's over. The red light district is deader than it ever was, and I'm not really sure if it will ever come back, if it will recover from the OnlyFans crisis. If you, for any reason, want to move to Amsterdam and you don't have a profession yet, we need you. It is highly needed. The red light district needs to be reactivated. We need hookers. If you are a female from anywhere in the world and you want to sell your body, come to Amsterdam. You are protected. You get health insurance, and you can be your own boss and sell your body here in the beautiful red light district of Amsterdam. So here there's also a very, very famous bar. It's called Excalibur. It is like a rocker biker bar, and yeah, it's a bit dangerous here. I don't want to film inside there. I heard some shady things have happened there, so I rather continue walking. And here already on the other side you have the very famous banana bar. And yeah, you might already guess why it's called banana bar, exactly because of that, what you are thinking right now. Alright guys, we are here, Goa coffee shop, next to the red light district. This coffee shop exists since a long time. When I went to Amsterdam the first time in 2006, this coffee shop was already there. They have done some work, they have redone the coffee shop, they have redone the apartment building above. It looks pretty fresh, so I'm looking forward, and I hope that they still have some diesel on the menu, so let's check it out. Well, bad news. the diesel is already gone. They've put it yesterday on the menu and today it's already gone. So we will have to continue our search. Allegedly, there is another shop that has some Schoko diesel on the menu. It is called Coffeeshop Crush. I've never heard about this coffee shop. The reviews are 4.3 stars. There are some negative reviews. We have to check it out. So I just checked. It is a 23 minutes walk, 1.7 kilometers. I'm gonna do that. It's down at Leidseplain. So I would say, let's go. On our way, I just noticed that there is the greenhouse, the very, very famous greenhouse. Back then in 2000s, everybody was there, Snoop Dogg and so on. I'm not a big fan of greenhouse, I don't like the weed, but let's at least have a quick look if they maybe have some diesel strain there. Also no diesel here, so let's continue. 21 minutes. So this here is one of the very small canals of Amsterdam, and the reason that this canal is so small is because this is where the very, very old end of the city used to be. Now we are in the middle of the city center, but back then when Amsterdam was just founded, it was maybe the 1300s, this is where the end of the city was. And back then there were no cannonballs, so the canals that they had to dig around the center didn't have to be as big as they had to be in later times. So if you ever wonder why are some of those canals so super small, then you are probably on a very historic spot at the edge of the old city center of Amsterdam of the 13th century. Eight minutes left, guys, we're almost there. So here we have another one of those gable stones I was telling you about. And as I already said, back then there were no street numbers. So when people had to meet each other, they said something like, okay, let's meet at the Horse with a 5-man, or whatever name the owner of the house gave that gable stone. So here it is, we found it, we are almost at Leidseplain. It was some walk, but I'm actually very much looking forward to look into it because it looks pretty nice. Coffee shop crushed. Alright, let's have a look and see if they still have the diesel. I got some Schoko diesel. It looks pretty good actually. It looks more like a haze, to be honest, but I would say let's give it the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't smell like diesel at all. It literally smells like a pure haze. Amnesia, silver haze, whatever. It looks good, and it was 14 euros, which is a pretty high price for that it's only a haze. This is not a diesel. So I'd say let me roll one and then we're gonna see. I'm a bit disappointed because it was not the diesel I expected it to be. I found another coffee shop who has a sour diesel on their menu. It's called Coffee Shop Flower Power. Let's go there and let's check it out. 11 minutes of walking, easy peasy, let's go. It's getting dark now, the lights go on, the night vibe of the city comes out. Just look how beautiful the city looks in Twilight. This is so picturesque, it's unbelievable. And I think that's why we all love Amsterdam so much. So I don't really know if it was a diesel or not, but I can definitely tell you that it put a smile on my face. A very big one. So 14 euros, high price, but smoked very good. I'm gonna put a detailed review online in the next days as a short. But all in all, I already can say that I like it. Of course, the first test can never say if it is good or not, because the first impression can be wrong. So let's see. Coffee shop Flower Power, sour diesel. The day is not over yet. Who knows? Maybe we found the diesel shop now, and the fact that the diesel at Goa was sold out within 1 day means there still is a high demand for it. So I hope this video also helps to push the demand for diesel strains, because dear coffee shop owners, we love it. I know that Tropicana strains are very similar with this grapey taste and smell, grapey flavor. I had the Tropi Lemon Z which was absolutely crazy. So if we don't find this today, we're still gonna get a Tropicana sherry somewhere, because the Tropicana sherry is on every menu at the moment. It doesn't matter where you look. Every coffee shop, 137, this coffee shop now, the coffee shop Goa before, everybody has a Tropicana cherry. Even Greenhouse just had it. So there seems to be a big hype around Tropicana cherry at the moment. So another very, very interesting fact about the very street that we are walking on right now, it is called the Lijnbaansgracht, which means something like the string track. So back then, when Amsterdam was flourishing, it was a trading and economical hub. And what they needed a lot were ropes for the boats, and they had to be produced somewhere. And it was exactly this street here where they produced the ropes that were so much needed on the boats. And as you can see, this street goes completely straight into this direction, and into this direction the same. So the ropes, they were stretched from one end to the other, and then they twisted it. I'm not really familiar about the process, but this is where it happened. So whenever you see one of those old paintings with the boats on and you see all the ropes, the chance is pretty high that very rope on that boat was produced here on this street. So here on this side we have coffee shop Erste Hulp. It's also a very good coffee shop.
Op die ene kleine plek zijn de toffe jongens gek, want daar zal het hart van mogen blijven slaan. In de Jordaan, in onze enige Jordaan, dat is...
So here we are, coffee shop Flower Power. I've never been there. I've passed it very often actually, and it looks nice. So let's have a look. Let's check out the sour diesel. I'll be honest, guys, they had diesel on their menu for the last, I don't know, check coffeeshopmenus.org and then Flower Power. I think years, definitely. And now it was gone. So I don't really know anymore which coffee shop we can go to. So what I would suggest now is that I will go to one of my favorite coffee shops, maybe coffee shop 137. I'm gonna think about it, and I hope that we can get some Tropicana cherry there, because I know they have it on the menu and they had it for some time. So I hope it's not gone. We're gonna see. Stay tuned. Okay, I just checked coffeeshopmenus.org and it seems like Easy Times has some Tropicana cherry. So I'm gonna walk to Easy Times now. We're gonna check it out if they still have it. I hope so. There are 2 Easy Times, and then I'm very much looking forward to it. I have the feeling I smell it everywhere. So let's go. Alright, while walking to the coffee shop, I found this place here, which is called the Lebanese Sageria. They have some Lebanese food here. Better said, wraps. As you can see, they are preparing them right now here. And I have to say, they look f***ing good. So I just got a beef wrap. It smells spectacular. Gonna have to wait a bit. There's quite some few people before me. But once I have it, we're gonna indulge together and see if it tastes just as good as it smells. I got it. It's a pretty long wrap. As you can see, it's longer than my head. It was €10.50. It has some beef inside, it has some hummus, some pomegranate syrup, and many more things like mint. I just want to try it. I'm very much looking forward. So let's have the first bite. Wow. Oh, holy f***, man. Well, I'm not familiar with the Lebanese kitchen. I don't know if this is authentic or not, but what I can tell you is that it's awesome. There's so much shitty food in Amsterdam, especially around the center, and I always want to explore those places that still sell some proper food, because €10.50 might seem a lot, but for Amsterdam prices and this quality, this is very good, because to be honest, you will just get a hamburger with fries. And in the center, a hamburger with fries, you also pay you 18 euros. So this is for 10.50, very nice. I don't even know all those spices that I'm tasting right now. So I'm gonna eat it now and continue my way to Easy Times in this beautiful city of Amsterdam. As you can see, it is the night now. Look at this and tell me how this is not the most beautiful city in the world. Here it is, Easy Times. If they don't have the Tropicana cherry, they at least should still have the kosher kush, because as far as I know, this is the coffee shop who introduced the original kosher kush to Amsterdam. You see me smiling, that means I got it. It almost smells like the Tropi Lemon Sea, and it smells very gassy and very diesely. So although we couldn't find the original diesel today, or at least some mixes, like a proper sour diesel, we got the Tropicana cherry, and I'm very much looking forward to try it, because even if it doesn't carry the name diesel, it has this very, very distinctive, extremely gassy flavor. So I'm looking forward to test this, to try it, and to give you a feedback, and you will also see the review of this strain in a short that is coming up. And with the next two shorts that are coming, I will also end the season, which means I will post also the complete tier list once both shorts were uploaded, and then we can start with a new season. I'm looking forward to the future. I hope you too. And I'm gonna see you in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye bye from the most beautiful city in the world.